Hello, I'm SupaConstruction and welcome back to SupaConstruction here in the Nintendo World Park. We are back in Bowser's Castle area, just finishing off. This will be actually the last part because we get through pretty much everything. We've used up all the available space in this area. The roller coaster has taken up most of that space, but I think it's been a pretty good build for the roller coaster, and we're just going to fill in some of the area around the base of the mountain, really. I guess the castle is actually still quite empty. It has like a pathway moat that we saw in the last part. It's just got some benches and bins placed around it. We could try and put some stalls in there, but I have a feeling that might destroy some of the walls. At the moment we are just adding an extension to the castle by building these tower outcrops with a little bit of a wall leading up to them, just for that little bit more detail, and it makes the base of the mountain look like it's kind of like a bucket shape. Like it makes it seem more menacing and more Bowser-like when you're lower down, walking up the path, looking up at the castle. Actually, in this part we've had many problems. We'll be getting to some of the problems later on. We do actually build a ride this time. It's not just scenery again, as a lot of these parts tend to be like. Because now we've spent, what's that, about 4 parts, I think, 4 or 5 parts here in the castle. After this, we'll be heading over the pathway, the main pathway just outside the castle, and starting on Luigi's Mansion and the spooky area. Because it's just nearby, and I feel that it's probably the next main world or area to focus on. Because at the moment, that after we've done Luigi's Mansion, I think we pretty much reached the halfway point of the park. So then after that, we'll do like a midway report, see how the park's looking and getting on, and after that we can continue with some of the other areas. Oh, what am I doing here? I remember trying to... Oh, great. And I've placed it in the world now. I had to delete that because that was in completely the wrong place. And I think I just have to do the wall manually. Yeah, that's problem number 1 of the part. trying to put in a saved wall design to make my life easier, but it didn't work. So we're just doing it on the opposite side now. But yeah, some of the other areas yet to come are obviously the Nintendo Space franchise area. I just did air quotes for some reason, but you obviously can't see that. Which will include things like Star Fox, Metroid, and F-Zero, all kind of lumped into one area, which might seem a bit backwards. They should really deserve their own theming and own little areas, but it's sort of what it did in the previous NintendoLand park in Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. Oh, we are just getting in the new ride of Bowser's Castle area. It's meant to look like one of the airships he owns. This is actually an idea kind of borrowed again from the previous NintendoLand park, but this time it's in full 3D and it's a bit bigger this time actually. And this is problem number 2, the main problem of this part. Yet again, we have uneven ground. That causes so many bloody problems. Like the pathway wouldn't connect properly. It might look like it's connecting properly there, but guests couldn't go on the ride when it was opened, and oh, I don't know. It's just I don't know what it is about terrain editing and trying to fix it and everything, but it just doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. At least in something like Planet Coaster, it's more freeform and you can get it to exact specifications. This is just, it's just so annoying. But yeah, we've just called it Airship for now. I'll return to that problem in a bit. We're just going to get in some bins and some other park benches. We've got those spiky teeth-like spooky benches. Even it's not really a spooky area. It's just meant to be evil and kind of dark. But and that's one of the problems actually with the dark. You'll see in a moment. This is the main reason why I'm trying to get path lighting in with those fires. because when it gets dark, the whole area here turns pitch black and you can't see anything, which is a bit annoying. And here we're just doing a little outcrop for some food and stalls, just so park guests have somewhere to eat and to sit. It's not actually. I say this might be the last part in the in Bowser's Castle area because it's basically finished. I have off-screen since fixed some issues that I leave at the end of this video, and have tidied some things up. So I think tomorrow we'll have a bonus coin video just showing off some of the fixes I've made to the area and some added extra features, because slight surprise, and well, I'll spoil it now, I guess. I've basically added in some more music because I love having the music in the park, walking around listening to some Nintendo franchised music that you just recognise, and they just fit so well in the park. Like it just works. And so for Bowser's Castle, I've edited together a little mix of some of his themes from various games, and I've also done the same with the Delfino Plaza area, just with some music from Mario Sunshine and other kind of holiday-like music. And I'll try and do this for a lot of the other areas. I might even go back to some of the previous ones, because I know Termina and Clocktown doesn't really have much Legend of Zelda music. We've just got some music for Flight of the Loftwings, which is right at the back of the park, actually, or on that side of the park. It's towards the boundaries, and obviously the Mushroom Kingdom music. There's quite a lot going on. I think I've said before that I've got rid of the Baby Park go-kart track music because it's really annoying, and when building and sped up it just sounds horrible, so I got rid of that, because eventually we'll be going back to Mario Kart anyway, because we've still got that gap. Once Luigi's Mansion area is finished, we'll do the proper 3-stage Mario go-kart track. Getting caught up on the whole title of it. Mario Kart go-kart track, where it will go through Bowser's Castle area, Luigi's Mansion, and a little bit of Delfino Plaza now as well, and end up back in its own stadium. So hopefully, I think I've just fixed the terrain there. I had to do it manually in the end because the smoothing terrain didn't work very well. Trying to put in some path lights. That is like a little prehistoric fire that I wanted, and for some reason it put it below ground, so that was annoying. And trying to test out this pathway with the park guests, and it just didn't work. He decided to stand outside the queue for a whole day, I think, and that was quite confusing. You can see him up there in the top corner just standing around. He seemed to be stuck. I don't know what was going on there whatsoever. Fixing the pathway again, having to do it manually, and all these glitches occur, and I just don't understand what's going on. Try to put that pathway in again, and the path light. We're going to slow down here because this is basically where I gave up for the part. Because it did it again. It's below ground, and then I got a bit mad. So that's when I decided to stop the video and fix some problems off screen. So yeah, that's basically it for Bowser's Castle area. We've got in a new inverted swinging ship ride for the airship, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for some extra features. Bye.